Let's just take a look at some of the BTST trades as well before we step into the weekend. Kunal, what's on your list?
So I'll suggest a couple of buy calls, and the first one which I would suggest at current levels would be Tata Steel. That's a stock which looks attractive. Metal stocks making a comeback, so buy with a target of 150, stop us at 135. And Hindustan Copper is the other stock which is also looking attractive in terms of a breakout, sustaining about 300 levels. 335 is the target, stop us at 289.
Okay, what about you, Naresh? The BDSC trade, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, so a buy on Tata Steel again, that's a stock which is close to a breakout, stop loss at 137, target price of 145. Second is a buy on Havells, which has reversed from the recent supports, expecting some follow-up here, stop loss at 1320, target price of 1380.
Okay, those are some BTST trades coming in, while metals, of course, is charged up ahead, led by Tata Steel. That's one of the key gainers, which has also been the top idea from both of our chartists. Reliance as well has had a strong show today that also managed to hit a fresh high. 29.26 is where we're currently at for Reliance's futures, 29.14 on the spot. There's, of course, TCS, Infosys, there as well going pretty strong. There's Wipro as well, which has seen a move of nearly 3% LTIM is not looking bad. Bajaj Finance too has made a comeback. Kunal, for Bajaj Finance in particular, because this was the weak link this week, do you think the worst is behind?
Well, it doesn't look like, because I think even after today's bounce for Bajaj Finance, the stock is I think around 400 points or 350 points precisely below the 200 DMA, which means at least another 5% is what the stock has to recuperate to try and get back into at least a slight positive mode for itself. So, and looking at current market scenario, the recovery, or rather the correction for Bank Nifty from intraday highs, it indicates that maybe the financials could be under pressure for some more days. So I'm not sure whether the next 300 points could be achieved into this kind of a market scenario for Bajaj Finance. But I think only about 7,200 to 50 mark is where one should look to attempt for a buy call over here.
Okay, so that's about some of those big movers. But wrapping up the trading session, of course, it was a day of fresh record highs for ourselves. But from there, we made a complete U-turn. And by the end of the trading session, not only we have flattened out, but we are just around that 21,850 thereabouts. Let's pull up the closing trades as well. In terms of the Nifty Bank, of course, there has been a massive slip of sorts, almost 900 to 1,000 points from the highest point. So the Nifty is ending just around that 45,900 mark as well. The broader markets managed to fare better, whether it was mid-cap or small-cap, both hit the record high level and at least managed to stay in the green, even if they came off the highs. In terms of individual movers, BPCL, IOCL, HPCL, all of these OMCs were gaining traction. The other public sector entities, the likes of Power Grid, NTPC, they were higher by 3 to 4%. IREDA was the other one which saw a good traction and was up around 5% in the trading session. So overall, the week has ended on the positive note. It was a big week with a lot of events, but the next week is going to be the same. We'll wrap up this edition of Closing Trades from the entire team. Thanks so much for being with us.